Governor Johnson Sakaja and CS Aden Duale have badly disagreed over how Uhuru Park and Central Park are supposed to be used and utilized for the maximization of revenue generation for Nairobi County. One be saying, I want this park to be used in a certain way. And then another one is saying that, no, you can't be telling me what to do. I am the governor. It is me as the governor of Nairobi County to decide what to do with the resources that we have. You guys can remember a couple of months ago, it should be about 7 months ago, when CS for Defense, the then CS for Defense Aden Duale had prohibited political rallies from being scheduled at Uhuru Park. Here is the clip.
Mr. Speaker, I am, many years I was a founder member of ODM. And I know the rank and the file and supporters of ODM and many other political parties. That park will never again be used by politicians to address rallies. It's out of bound. So, why is because one of the reasons you said why we removed is that those of us who are in the political class will look for another park. We'll look for another venue.
Now, that decision not to allow political rallies to be held or to be scheduled at Uhuru Park has now been overturned by the Governor, Johnson Sakaja. Ladies and gentlemen, before you proceed, I'd like to request you to like this video, to subscribe to this video. I'd also like to request you to hit the notification bell so that YouTube can recommend this video to as many viewers as possible. Thank you for doing that, and we shall now go ahead and proceed with our discussion. Sakaja has maintained that it is up to the county government of Nairobi to decide what to do with the park. Uhuru and Central Parks, according to the governor, will now be leased to private investors or private merchants. I just want to read you an excerpt from the Star newspaper so that we put things into context. Sakaja approves leasing of Uhuru Central Park spaces. This will help establish sustainable income streams to fund park maintenance and development, Sakaja had said. The new resolutions include leasing and renting designated spaces within the parks to attract private investment and to improve facilities for park users. Sakaja had spoken during a city-county cabinet meeting on Tuesday. Now, these measures, Sakaja had said, are part of a phased implementation plan aligned with the legal, environmental, and urban development goals. This will help establish sustainable income streams to fund park maintenance and development, the governor had said. It will also enhance public amenities by introducing recreational facilities, eateries, and event spaces for public enjoyment. In this video, I want us to look into why the then CS for Defense Aden Duale had prohibited political rallies at Uhuru Park. Number one, power had gotten into the head of CS Aden Duale. Remember, during that time, he was CS for Defense. Today, where he is now the CS for Environment, he was more powerful than he is today, and he was very closer to President William Ruto. These are the guys who could access the president at will. So at that time, the CS for Defense was very powerful, and he felt that he could just issue any declaration whenever he felt like or whenever it was deemed convenient. Remember, during that time, Azimio la Umoja coalition was not in government. Raila Odinga was not yet married to William Ruto, and therefore there were a lot of tussles, a lot of contest between the presidency and the opposition here and there. So the government felt that it was needful to bar the opposition faction from holding their political rallies at Uhuru Park. It was convenient at that time, but now things are different. Remember, now Raila Odinga is married to William Ruto, and Raila Odinga intends to benefit from this marriage in the sense that he wants to secure the African Union chairmanship seat. He has flagged his foot soldiers, the likes of John Mbadi, Opiyo Wandayi, and Hassan Joho, into government. These foot soldiers of ODM, who were once William Ruto's biggest critics, are now his best defenders as we speak. The other day, we saw Hassan Joho declaring massive crackdown on online protesters, those with an alternative opinion who do not support the government. And that, what we saw was a demonstration of how democracy in our country, Kenya, is now at risk. We also saw Junet Mohammed, whom there is a lot of speculations that he can be made the CS for Interior. We also saw Junet Mohammed declaring that there shouldn't be public participation because it is what hinders the implementation of government projects. Now, is it a good idea to lease Uhuru and Central Parks to private investors? If you ask me, I will tell you that it is a good idea, yes, but I have certain reservations. I have specific reservations in that it should not be leased to foreign merchants. I will be very unhappy to hear that Governor Sakaja has leased Uhuru Park or maybe Central Park to an Indian or a Pakistani guy or maybe somebody from Saudi Arabia. It should be leased to private investors that we have within our country. There are several people who are able to afford. Again, I feel that it is a good idea for the parks to be leased because public facilities in Kenya have a history of mismanagement. That is why private institutions thrive much more than public institutions. Look at private schools, look at private hospitals. They are well equipped, they are well staffed, and service delivery is top-notch as compared to the public hospitals. So if the Central and Uhuru Park are leased, then there will be an advancement in the nature and quality of services that will be delivered, and a lot of revenue will be generated through the parks. There are also dangers of leasing the parks. Number one, massive corruption is to be expected because players that are deemed to be very close to the governor of Nairobi are likely to win the bids. Fairness is likely to be hindered. Merchants closer to the governor are likely to be preferred over any regular common mwananchi. Let us interact in the comment section. I want you to let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. And if you're watching for the first time, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more informative content such as this.